was walking with them for a while and then realized, oh shit, these aren't mine.
No.
And she ran, and it looked like she was running right at the side of the Jeep. And Thea's like, oh no, she's going to run right into us. And I was like, no, she just can't find her friends because they're on the other side of us.
Yeah.
To wander our way over, because this is Wandering Ways.
What's Bigfoot possibility?
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Clack.
Click, clack, clickety, clack, clack, clack. Ooh, this tea is good today.
Welcome our wanderers back to the nature podcast, Wandering Ways. Another great week ahead, behind, in front, to the side of us. However you view your weeks. If you like looking ahead, if you like looking backwards, so do we.
Time is just a construct anyway, man. We're just on a different ride. But how you been? How's life, man? It's been a hot minute. Well, I guess a week.
Yeah, living that Montana life. It snows one day and then it melts and then it snows the next and it does this and it does that. So, just living the wild, wild west.
Yeah, that's Montana life, though.
Yeah,
it sucks for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. What about you?
Oh, another day in paradise, man. No, it's not too bad here weather-wise. It hasn't rained. It's rained some, but it hasn't rained a whole lot. It's kind of just cold.
Yeah.
And when I mean cold, I mean cold than from what I'm used to. So it's still like sitting right at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's like 34, 35, like 7,
That's cold to you, huh?
I'm a coastie, man. 45 year round. 45 year round on the coast.
Yeah, I get you.
80 degrees is hot for me. That's not hot though, but that's hot for me.
We fluctuate way too much over here. It was just negative 20 for like 3 days straight. No, it was like 5 days straight. It was below zero.
Well, there's a huge cold front that pushed pretty much the whole country. I mean, some places obviously got it worse than others, i.e. Texas.
You look at like Texas, right? And it is because they're not prepared for that.
Yeah.
Like by the time this podcast comes out, they're going to be like worried about wildfires because it's too hot.
Probably.
But that's the world we live in. It's ever changing, and we fuck with our ecosystems. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah. No, we have, and we're no longer in that good balance. So we're going to get the extremes.
Exactly. We're seeing it. We're seeing in our lifetime animals, disappear slowly. So,
yeah, that is. Anyways, I think there is some exciting kind of news to get into today. I mean, you went to Yellowstone in the snow, which is super exciting, and we will get into that.
Always a great time.
Yeah. But I want to start today off with letting our listeners, our viewers, our wanderers, our amazingly beautiful people know about something cool that the National Park Service has done. This is no way a paid endorsement or anything. If anything, the National Park would probably say, guys, maybe not talk about it. But
that's just because it's a good organization.
Yeah, it's a big.
The social. No, honestly, working for the BLM, social media is such a gray area with the federal government. Even working on some of these census contracts, it's such a gray area because the internet is like, well, did he say it? Did she say it? That so it's
exactly. But anyways, they have a new app out for your phone on Apple and Android for all you people out there. I have played around with it a little bit. It's still fairly new. It's, I think, still kind of like beta or whatnot. But the reason I wanted, yeah, there you go. You got it too. There you go. But the reason I wanted to talk about it today is I think it's going to be kind of cool, to be honest.
It really is. I've been playing around with it since you actually introduced me to it, and I um I don't know if I've told you yet, but at the end of March, so you guys are going to get some great stories because I'm going down to Nashville, Tennessee. Um, just cause, and on one of the days, my goal is to go up to Mammoth Cave up in Kentucky. It's only 93 miles away, not far at all. Maybe like an hour and a half drive. Boom, I'm going to check out the Mammoth Cave. It's the largest like cave in the world. There's a river in it. There's all sorts of cool things.
I don't know if it's the largest cave in the world.
It's something. You know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna look up on the map right
On
here.
on the app. There you go. See, that's the nice part about this app, though, is it has information about the parks. And I think the coolest part about the app is the ability to download maps so you can use it offline.
Yes, and I think that's good because I think a lot of people don't understand sometimes is the fact that when you are in Glacier National Park, you don't have cell service. Even in some of the like more populated areas, you don't have service.
Yeah.
That could just be because you have Verizon or you have Sprint and it works in your city and you don't have the local carrier or anything like that. But I mean,
No, a lot of these parks, there's not like the best cell service. And
uh-uh.
that's not a bad thing.
I agree.
Not a bad thing. So being able to download those maps so you can use them when you don't have that service or don't have Wi-Fi, I think can still preserve that kind of no signal, no service kind of areas.
Right there, save the park for offline use. Boom. Just
There
like
you
that.
go. And it can help you navigate. I think I saw on there that they're hoping to put like different hikes and stuff you can do in the parks.
Yeah, right now in passport location stamps, if you're into that, you go
Yeah.
stamps. I'm not seeing the basic information. Maybe I'm gonna have to go to the website, National Parks website. But I'm gonna get this information for you guys because I know Mammoth Cave is a really cool large cave.
I mean, I have no doubt it's a large cave. I just don't think it's the largest in the world. I think that actually belongs to something down in South America.
Oh, it might be in the US then.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure there's a cave in South America that like a Boeing 737 can go into.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's big.
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure you can hear about it on like the first Planet Earth series in their caves episode. That's kind of the OG nature doc,
Yeah.
That's what started the craze for a lot of these is.
What's interesting is you bring up that, probably one of my favorite documentaries is the Planet Earth series. And I was talking to Jared today about it. With nature documentaries, people don't understand like that first Planet Earth was like years and years and years and years of filming. Like some of that stuff was shot in black and white. That's how old the footage was.
Yeah,
And
it's a lot of it was a groundbreaker of a documentary series.
and it was hard. It was hard because money. You got to think of all the money put into that. Now that it's such a successful series, they are able to like say, all right, we're going to send out 50 teams in over the course of a year, and we're going to capture all these events because that's possible. But it's nuts, like to think like what they did and what they accomplished, and great.
It is, and I think a really good example of like how different it is in that first series they go and they get like the first video of snow leopards,
Mhm.
and if you've ever seen the like how they captured part of it, it's a team that's out there looking for it. But then you go to Planet Earth 2, the second edition of the Planet Earth series. You go to like the snow leopard parts of it. Those are trail cams. So they just put these cameras out there. So being able to see that change in technology between the two, where you have such beautiful images from a trail cam.
Well, and what's actually really interesting that I find when it comes to trail cams is the animals know us humans put those there. They go and smell it. They go and check it out. That's the first thing they do. They're like, "Oh, this is new." Even the camoed out ones, all that. Like first thing bears do. That's why you get those cool pictures of them all. I was unable to on the app, so I Googled it. Mammoth Cave is the world's longest known cave system.
Longest.
Yes, I knew it was one thing like that so there's a lot of caves there. But as I remember last time when I was down there, there's multiple entrances, and through each like multiple entrance, you'll find those they're private. It's private land, and it's a kind of a tourist attraction. Like, hey, come check out these caves, but like the Kentucky version.
Okay.
you know.
Yeah. I mean, shit, caves. Caves are cool. Caves
they're
are
cool.
really cool. I mean, we've talked about Wind Cave on here.
Yeah.
Before, and Wind Cave's super cool.
So that's a thought to do while I'm down there. So I'm excited to do that, guys.
Yeah, that'll be exciting to hear. It'll be exciting to get another Wandering Ways review.
I hope that, right?
Yeah. But anyways, that's the app, the National Parks app that they've just come out with at the recording of this. So hopefully they do plan on adding more to it, and I think they will. And I think it will be really cool. So for anybody out there that's in the national parks, which you all should be, go out, check out that app, and I think you'll be able to find some cool adventures in parks. Be able to check out some cool things from using that app. I think it's a great forward step for the national park system.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, you and I, especially with like Glacier and stuff, sometimes, we just pick up a paper map and say, that one looks fun.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see, maybe they'll implicate pictures down the end. You can see what you're like, oh, wow, I do want to do that hike, or, oh, maybe not, I can't do canyons. I have afraid of heights, all that, that's there for people. So we'll see what comes of it. But I'm
It
excited.
will be.
Especially down by you. We've talked about in the future, possibly Lassen Volcanic National Park, which is one that I believe is a lot of hiking to do there. And so it'd be nice to see like that on the app, to be like, oh, wow.
Yeah, it will. It will. Lassen's cool. I've been to it once, and if a lot of it was closed due to snow, so I wasn't able to do a whole lot when I was there. We kind of just drove in, and we had to drive out and around. But it's volcanic area. There's caves there. When I did it, it wasn't part of the park, but we went and walked through this one little cave. It's not big or anything like that, but it was like a cool little stop off, and you just dink on through a little cave, hang out in the dark, pop on out.
Yeah.
The other kind of cool national park news that's out there, which I'm sure a lot of people know, that they recently have changed the rules on filming in the national parks. So the big thing was commercial, you had to get permits and all that for it. You don't have to do that if you're deemed low impact filming, which low impact means, it's basically your YouTubers that have like the one camera. Still no drones, but I don't think there should be drones in the parks anyway.
Yeah.
It would become a shit show. It'd become a complete shit show.
And to tease a little bit of Yellowstone, I'm not gonna really, I'll talk about this more later, but if you could see the amount of people when you get a bear or a wolf and the way they just line the road with their cameras and tripods, they're just perched and sitting there. I could only imagine that with drone operators. And
Oh,
the thing people don't understand with drones is they stress the animals out because they can hear those like blades spinning. Their ears are a little bit better than ours. Um, Everything else, that happens. It's cool. You could get a cool shot. I understand it. I've used drones for work and stuff, but I also understand, like, especially in these places, to keep like that beauty, that serenity, makes sense.
yeah.
And I mean, you just see the hats at Grand Prismatic.
Yeah.
Like
Another fucking ding.
I know.
Another goddamn ding. I think you're doing pretty good without your dings for a while, but
I normally turn the mail off, and I didn't.
shit.
I just turned it off. Sorry.
That popular guy always getting his
You
ding.
ding too, though. So
Yeah, I vibrate,
their own.
but
No, it's good. I'm excited, but like I said, with the hats and Grand Prismatic, you get those. You see how many of those fall in there a year. I could just imagine how many drones would crash into things like that. And
right.
it takes one.
Yeah, no, it just takes one, but I could see like, oh man, dude, Zion would be littered with them.
Yosemite.
Yeah, Yosemite would. Bryce would. Um, honestly, most of them would, because you go to them and you totally could see, like, I mean, Zion would be legit if he had like a drone shot down that canyon, the Zion Canyon. So like, you allow drones, you're gonna get literally everyone going like, cha-ching, I can do that shot.
Yeah.
Which it would be a beautiful shot. Don't get me wrong. But I think for every one beautiful shot we got, I think there'd be like 5 drone crashes.
Exactly. And I think part of that too, one, you're going to run drones into each other.
Yeah.
Two is, let the national parks do it with their drones and their helicopters and their tools, because we, the public, own our national parks. So we own those images. We own those scenes. Let them showcase it.
Yep.
Preserved.
No, 100%. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, they'd have changed the rules on filming. So that way, if you are a YouTuber, if you are an Instagrammer, you are whatever thing, I think TikToker, which is a thing, I guess, you can go and you can film in the parks if you're low impact. There are some definitions of low impact, so I would make sure you do some research. Make sure you stay low impact. Otherwise, you could get pretty expensive real quick, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So,
No, I'm excited. We do our filming and whatnot in the parks. We're very low impact, very, very low with our GoPros and stuff.
yeah.
I'm excited, Mammoth Cave, I'll get some stuff, maybe some 3D stuff. Well, not 3D. Is it 3D? I don't know.
Probably gonna pop out of the screen at people.
Sorry, 360. I'm off one today.
360 3D. Yeah, that's different. That's
I know. Well, they feel the same to me, and I was like, well, because I was just filming my GoPro. So on Facebook, every once in a while, I'll post a really cool 3D photo or 360 photo. Definitely check that out, or don't. My Facebook.
Check out the socials. Check out the socials. Links below. Links below.
Exactly.
In the description of the episode. Make sure you check it out.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. Another thing, I see you've been holding that little ukulele there. And before we get into talking about Yellowstone in the winter, I think we gotta get our viewers a little song.
I don't know if I can do a whole song.
Well, do this every time. Just get something going.
I know. I'm trying to remember what all I've done. I don't want to repeat. This is literally just a hobby for me. It's not like I'm out here producing shit.
Oh, something relaxing and soothing. That's all we ask.
Hello, my wanderers. Before we get going with this episode of the podcast, I do just want to remind you guys to check out our other social medias, the YouTube, the Instagram, the Teespring to get that swag. Make sure to check us out individually. Zach Gray of Quartz Lake, Zach Gray, the Rougarou. Make sure you check out myself, Reverend Marcus, all that fun stuff. The links are below in the bio. All you gotta do is click that bio, look for it, boom, you're on your way. Make sure if you guys want to be part of the podcast or questions to be heard on the podcast, email us at wanderingwayspodcast@gmail.com or quartzlakeproductions@gmail.com. We love the feedback, we love the input, all of it is amazing, and we love you guys for listening. It's awesome. So let's keep wandering on. I don't know which ones I've done, so I'm gonna do Can't Help Falling in Love.
All right, let's hear it.
I think I screwed it up. Yeah, I haven't played it in a long time, so I'm apologize.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. That wasn't my best.
It's something. It's
Yeah,
good.
I haven't played in a while though, so I need like a day to diddle around, and I'm probably back where I was.
Honestly, it sounded pretty good to me. If you wouldn't have said you messed up, I would have just wrote it out.
Oh, see, I screwed up. I should have just said, no, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, start adding some talking over the top, like I was climbing this mountain.
Yeah, right.
And
Just
walking
yeah.
valley.
But
No,
oh,
man.
that's a little diddle from the Rev. Diddle from the Rev. A little Reverend diddle on the ukulele.
I like it.
Yeah, but no, shoot. Let's just jump into old Yellowstone National Park. You went again in the snow, and I've seen some of the pictures, and I've got to say, I got a big wandering jealousy over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You saw some cool shit. I mean, it's Yellowstone. It's Yellowstone in the snow. And then you saw some cool shit along with it. So it's like, oh man. Oh, I'm super jealous.
I gotta sleep in until about 9, wake up, drive into the park, hot spring.
Yeah.
And then sleep in my own bed later that night. That's the best part.
Yes. See, Zach's living the dream over there. He's living that dream.
No, it was good. I mean, I told Thea, I said, let's go into the park, and we drove into the park, and honestly, we're driving, seeing the elk and bison like you do right there in Gardner, getting excited, like, oh, there's some snow. So it's like, oh, it's gonna be fun. I'm a little upset. I kind of wish I went the week before when it was like negative, when it was like -0 was the high. Like we didn't reach positive numbers.
Why would you want to go then?
To see the animals, just the like bison in the blizzard, the way they like huddle up together and like survive.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Experience that,
Yeah.
I'll do it one of these years.
It doesn't sound fun though.
Fun to me.
I mean, that's shit, dude. That is cold.
Yeah, but how many other people are in the park? So you're sitting in your car, you don't, those roads, you won't have that many people going past you.
Would the roads be safe to drive on that weather, that kind of cold?
Yeah, well, you're not, you got to think when you're in that northern part of Yellowstone, the only real sketchy part is that climb into Mammoth, and kind of near Mammoth when you're on those hills. But once you're out in the Lamar Valley, it's pretty like if you go off the road, you're in the ditch, but it'd be smart. I have snow tires. I have mat tracks, to help the car if it gets stuck. I have a winch, all that, being smart, that's the other thing, making smart decisions while driving on ice and snow. But no, it was good. We were up there. First animal we encountered was a wolf.
Yeah, dude, that's the kicker.
I know you're always jealous of the wolves, so I apologize that you weren't
Cool
there.
animals, man.
But we pulled right in, and it was kind of cool. It's right by the petrified tree, so there's a little creek that was in between the road and the hill we were on. There was a creek down below, and then there was the hill he was on. And he was just walking, and he just laid down right there. It was about 1:30, and there's all the wolvers out. There's cars parked. It's a 2-lane road on the side of this hill, so there's no shoulder. There were people parked in that first lane, just because really the park rangers, they're there, but they're not. It's not full season, so they're not. Not tourist season really, so they're not.
Yeah.
Effect, but it was cool. He sat there. We got some pictures. It was really cold. The wind was cold. It was too far away. I tried to hook. I got this thing from my phone that I can hook up to my spotting scope, so I can like look through my phone through my spotting. Yeah. It was hard. I took some decent photos. They're kind of black and white from my phone on that, just to like, oh yeah, that was really cool. But then we're like, let's journey on, came across a coyote, running across a field, and then cross all these bison up in the Lamar Valley. And I mean, we had some moments with bison that it was just really cool.
I love the Lamar Valley and the way you see bison, and I've talked about it before, but it's phenomenal when you're in that valley and you see all the buffalo.
Yeah. Well, and what I got a photo that I'm gonna print this one out. That's how good that photo was. But it's of the bison where there's a line of bison and they're just walking up this mountain. It looks like,
yeah,
just the depth perception, where they're at, all that. I love it. And which is really interesting is because it was a herd of those guys walking, and there was like 5 other ones that were up on the road by us, and there was one that she got in line with the bison walking and was walking with them for a while, and then realized, oh shit, these aren't mine.
no.
And she ran, and it looked like she was running right at the side of the Jeep. And Thea's like, oh no, she's going to run right into us. And I was like, no, she just can't find her friends because they're on the other side of us.
Yeah.
she ran around the Jeep and like caught up to them and ran like alongside the one she caught up to. And you could just tell it was like, oh, I thought that was you guys. I'm so sorry. It was funny.
My bad. I was with the wrong crew.
Exactly. No, it was good. It was a fun experience to have. They were just walking down the roads. You know that bridge on your way to the Lamar Valley that you cross the Yellowstone River on? We always see like black bears kind of hanging out in that area.
No, we've never seen black bears there. You always say we see a ton of black bears there, but there's never been one time that I've seen a black bear there.
I've seen like tons.
You say it every time I've gone with you in that part. You're like, this bridge, I've seen a ton of black bears, and I have never once seen a black bear there. So I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, we were close with that one black bear with me, you, Kaz, and Thea that time. He was near that bridge, but not in that area.
Yeah,
that's that area. There's a big black bear population right there. However, there was bison. So when we're on our way back, we're like, it's getting dark. I don't want to really be in the park, with animals, and the weather was changing. So like, let's get out and go to the hot springs like we planned. And we decided we're going, and right by that bridge, there was a herd of bison.
Yeah.
Right there in front of the bridge, like a road jam. And you know how it's kind of like a bottleneck because the hills and the way they go right down to the river there. Like,
yeah,
the bison got there was the road. So they were just on the road. And these tourists were like 10 car lengths back. And the bison are just sitting there. They're not moving. Like, they're just standing. Like, it's like warm here. We're out of the wind. We're in this little valley. So I passed the two cars because I'm like, and got up there with the bison, and I didn't nudge them. I was just getting close enough to where it's like, okay, like, let's move. And I fucking had to kind of get through them to get out. And all these people, they're looking at me like, what's he doing? That's probably our 1-star review. If you guys want to ask why we got a 1-star review, that's probably why. But my thing is, it was like, I get it. There's tons of bison. It's the Lamar Valley. If you want to get this close to bison, you could go anywhere in the Lamar Valley. It'll happen. They're on the road. You don't let them do that. Like, you can drive.
Yeah. I mean, people are just excited to see.
Oh, I know.
Like, not everybody gets to do that.
I understand, but like, they were just like cows in a little pen, and it was like, come on. They got so close that they're just staring there like, whatever, hit me. Like, I'm not moving.
Yeah, they're not gonna move.
No, because it was so tight because of the area. Like, the ones over here, because the car's not bugging them, they're not moving, so these ones can't move.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to necessarily be bugged. Remember that time the buffalo, the first time I was in Yellowstone, the one just stopped in the road, and he's just like, this is it, I'm gonna just chill here for a long time. They had the guy come up, do the whole click 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 in the van, or the little trooper
ambulance.
He was just like, nah.
Oh, those guys are bison are fun.
Yeah, they're just doing their thing. They're just living, being buffalo, being bison, doing their life.
And like, the one that was running like at us because it was like trying to catch up with its like friends, Thea was like, wow, like, she was shocked by how fast it could run in the snow. This is like a foot, 18 inches deep snow, and this thing's running at the car, and Thea's like, oh my God, get out of the way. Like,
yeah, I bet they got pretty good speed. Yeah. I bet faster than me. Exactly. But I'm not necessarily Usain Bolt out on in the snow. So
We forget, like in the animal kingdom, where like we really rank. Yeah, okay, we can build guns and this and that, but we can't outrun you. We can't outfight you. We can't out like
we're
live.
designed to go for a long time. Our stamina is one of the better.
Oh, to survive, like
Yeah, that was our thing back in the day. Like we're just gonna go long and steady for a long time, and we'll get you.
yeah. I mean, here we are, right?
Yeah, that and we use our brains. Some people don't use their brains, but
I was talking to Jared. Oh, he was telling me about a monkey species that just
there's
started.
a lot of monkeys, man.
Oh, I forget which one, but he said they just started to use tools and they're sharpening like arrowheads.
Yeah, they believe that they're in their Stone Age.
Exactly. Which
Yeah.
is to think like he was like, what happens when they hit like the Bronze Age?
You just go out in the jungle and there's these monkeys that are just like mining and smithing. First off, that would be amazing if you came across like this utopia of monkeys, like creating tools out of bronze or steel or iron or whatever.
In the Amazon.
Yeah, I could see it, but you got to also think like um, how long it took them to get to the Stone Age.
Oh, yeah.
So you gotta assume, and I know assumptions make an ass out of you and me, but you gotta like kind of think that it's gonna be a hot minute before they get to that Bronze Age. So I don't think that's like a you and me issue. I don't
No,
even think it's our children's issue. I don't think it's our children's children or our children's children's children.
no, you're not wrong. I agree. I think what's interesting is we were watching the Congo wild on Nat Geo, and part of that was they were talking about how the baby monkey essentially learns by watching. We learn by watching. Everything we do is, we saw someone else do it this way, so we're going to do it this way. We learn from trial and error. So do other creatures. And what's interesting is like, yeah, the fact that a species of monkey can enter the Stone Age. Well, who's to say, like, we're just the top thing for now, and then the next thing will come over and rule the world for a while. And like the dinosaurs, they had their chance, and then rats, and then this, and then that. It's just
I
like,
want to point out a key phrase with what you said because I feel like I get into this conversation with you a lot. Dinosaurs, they had their chance. All right. So let's not bring them back.
no, I just meant like they were on top then. Like
I know, but I want to make sure you realize we shouldn't bring them back. Not
uh,
even fucking mammoths. They
you know,
had their chance.
and just for our wanderers out there to understand where you're coming from, um, every time Mark, uh, we bring up dinosaurs or the mammoths and the fact that like we have the science technology to bring back the mammoths, should we or should we not? Mark's super against that.
Shouldn't.
He believes they had their chance. I could give two shits.
They
Don't.
nature selected them. This wasn't like something, this isn't like us getting rid of them. Like this just happened. So they had their chance to do it. Game over. They've literally made, I don't even know how many movies they've made where bringing back the dinosaurs is not a good idea.
Yeah, I get that. I get you.
We shouldn't bring them back. That's just facts right there. But
I mean, you can have that debate with Kaz another time or whoever else. We'll get a panel. Please write in. Speaking of people writing in, I got a question from someone on Instagram.
all right.
Yeah, they hit me up and were asking about Montana, and they listened to the podcast. I'm going to give them a shout out. Where is he at? His name is Dawson Makar. He's from Ohio, and he was asking about the difference between like Western and Eastern Montana. And I was, for our listeners, Western Montana is the more pretty, mountainy side.
And it's better.
Yeah, according to Mark. Yeah. Out here on the east, it gets cold, gets windy. We get snow, bad winters, hot summers. If you want your mountains, that's the western side. So that's kind of the difference.
That's the big difference. It starts to get really flat when you get out eastern, and Western Montana's that's good old Rocky Mountain territory right there. So
Oh, man.
I mean, glaciers in Northwest Montana.
Is in the Rockies.
Yeah. So, if you like mountains, mountain things, shoot, there's a lot of whitewater rafting up that way.
Out here, it's more if you just like, the cold weather in the winter and the warm weather in the summer and the ability to shoot guns, live in America and live the Montana life. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you would know Eastern Montana a lot better than I do because you live out there. And I've only ever really been that way, I want to say like 3, maybe 4 times.
Really, the most experience you have is when we've gone to like Pompey's Pillar out to South Dakota.
Yeah.
Just any like up through Billings kind of stuff.
We went to Battle of Little Bighorn too.
That's out there. You're close. You're still close enough to the mountains there because you're close to the Bighorns. But I honestly getting out to like where Thea lives and Mike Diggins out on he lives up in Peerless, Montana, which is up by the Canadian border. It's just flat.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Shit starts to get flat, real flat.
There's a place called Circle, Montana. It's the furthest place in America away from a Starbucks. So,
really?
Yeah.
Remind me to never go there.
I go through Circle every time on my way up to Wolf Point.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Starbucks coffee, but the fact that that's the farthest away from a Starbucks coffee that frightens me because I drink a lot of coffee. That's been my complaint about Montana is you guys never have enough places I can go and get coffee.
No, you don't. Sorry.
Yeah, be better.
Brew your own. It's Montana. We like it black. Can you brew it at home because it's cheap?
That's what I do here, but when I'm on the road,
oh, I know.
I can only French press out of my jet boil so many times.
Exactly. And that's the problem too. The market over here is real hot. If you're trying to live here, it's real red hot right now.
Yeah. No, but Eastern Montana's got its plus. It's got its it's oil. Drill, baby, drill.
Cheaper to live. Can have land.
Yeah.
Go hunting.
But I would say Western Montana is a wee bit better in my opinion. But I like the mountains. So yeah. I like the mountains. Missoula's cool.
Bozeman's popping.
Yeah, Bozeman's blown up.
Kalispell's all right.
Yeah. That's where I would. But yeah, that's so there. Shoot. Again, if anybody else out there has questions they want answered,
Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram, hit us on the emails at Quartz Lake Productions.
And Wandering Ways Podcast at gmail.com. WANDERINGWAYSPODCAST at gmail.com. Just like that.
Exactly. Hit us up on the socials. Reverend Marcus, Zach Gray of Quartz Lake, the Rougarou. Hit up the Quartz Lake Instagram, which is mostly just Wandering Ways stuff, to be honest.
Posting pictures of beautiful scenery, so if you want to see that, check it out.
So hit us up there if you have any questions. We love questions. We love hearing from you guys. So please, thank you for listening. Thank you for the question, my guy.
Yeah, I thought I'd bring it up today. The other thing too is If you want stickers, we got really cool stickers. Go ahead and shoot us an email or text or whatever. We'll get them sent out to you. Or if you want to support us, I threw them up on eBay. So just search Wandering Ways Podcast sticker on eBay and you should be able to find them that way. And I'll go ahead and sell them to you there and you can help pay off Mark's student loans.
That's the deal. The ticker's down there. If you've noticed, it hasn't moved.
Well, the other way, -45.
Yeah, there it goes. But anyways, after the shameless plugs that we just did, I guess it's kind of time to roll into our final words. It's that time. I got to be that guy.
Yeah, for today, go ahead, download that app. Go find your park. Yellowstone's mine, obviously. We go there a lot. I could probably write a book on it. If there's anyone that wants to help me write a book on it, shoot us a message. Let's do it. We can talk about our stories all together and share them and just build this wonderful, beautiful planet and save it and do everything we can for it. That's kind of what we do here at Wandering Ways. We're the nature podcast and we care about nature. We love nature. We're going to do what we can, do our part, and hope you do too. So, yeah.
Love it. I love it, my guy. Reverend's final words of wisdom today. Yeah, please go check out that app, the National Parks app. Again, we have no real affiliation with it. It's just something that I thought was cool and I wanted to share with you guys. I think it's going to get better and better, and it gets us out in the parks, which is always super cool. Yeah. But, as always, you guys are amazing. You're beautiful. Thank you all for listening. I can't thank you enough. We can't thank you enough. We have loved all of the questions, feedbacks, comments, A through Z, whatever it was. We have been thankful for it. Even the stuff that isn't necessarily the most flattering, we still appreciate it because it means you guys are listening. But anyways, the kind of the main thing, I'm going to be super busy, so I'm not going to be out in a lot of adventures for the next time being. But, coming up here in a month and a half, I think I'm going to be exploring some really cool shit. So stay tuned, pay attention, stay beautiful. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, afternoon, and go on an adventure. That being said, peace out, everybody.
Go wander on.